In order for give una the concrete evidence, I don't download the documents them from the United Nations archives where I go present them to una for this next segment. This is where the Widicum segment comes in. Make we go back to 1957. We look at the reports and where they come up from the United Nations. My country people them. This document I download them from the United Nations archive. Many Anglophones that always talk about Resolution 1608, the United Nations, trust territory, trusteeship, and all of those things them, but many of them never actually ever read the trusteeship agreement where it will be signed between the British and the United Nations. Under the trusteeship agreement, the United Kingdom, as the administering authority, it will get a responsibility for produce this yearly report on the progress for the trust territories them, because they will get a mandate for prepare these trust territories them towards self-governance or independence. So every year they will produce a report where it will be sent to the United Nations General Assembly for a report on the development, economic, social, and other things them for the territory where they be the administrator. So one of such documents, now this one where they show una the Cameroons under UK administration, a report by Her Majesty's government of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland to the General Assembly of the United Nations for the year 1957. So this document, it will actually be filed at the United Nations for 1958. Any person, if you go for United Nations archive, you go download this document, examine them for yourself, and you look at the content. And I bring on this document for make a specific point to make it be clear, make una understand two things that I want to bring on to una. Now for explain how we come about with the Northwest and the Southwest divide. Firstly, when I need for know say this idea for Northwest and Southwest, as some people they will come up for 2024, they can't lie for una. No be Cameroon government, it create that division, it divide Northwest and Southwest. No, it was done by the British way back in the 1950s, and I will prove it for una for this document. So if we scroll all the way down, we keep going, I want for show una the census where it will be carried out, for show una the population demographics, for explain one or two things, and for una we scroll down all the way to the census. Right, so for this page 132, as Nafisi and for here, they talk about the census of the population of the trust territory between 1921 and 1953. So Nafisi, if we scroll down small, now we see table 2, where the right hand for this. So the census for the southern areas for British Southern Cameroons, they conduct them for 1953, and the census for Northern Cameroons, they conduct them for 1952. So Nafisi, now the total that for the census. And now make una look at something. Wait, me I bring una for this page for show una na in this. Now look at for here. So the southern areas, it will be divided into two provinces, the Bamenda province and the Cameroons province, today known as the southwest region of Cameroon, and the Bamenda province is today known as the northwest region of Cameroon. So why me I bring una for this page for show una this document now from 1957. Now the British, they divide that territory into the Bamenda province and the Cameroons province. Sometimes this one they call on the Cameroons province, it used to be referred to as the forest province or the forest region, whereas the Bamenda province it be used to refer them as the grassfield province or the grassfield region. So now for their way we take this word say graphy, so people that they use them as if not kosh. No be kosh. If you call me graphy, I'm 100% happy with that because I am from the grassfield area. Okay, and the southwesterners, them the southwest region of Cameroon today, it be used to be called the Cameroons province, as the British they call them. So people the way they come now for this modern day 2024, they can't lie about this history. They can't tell when I say, oh, na Cameroon, na Yaoundé, they use divide and rule, divide and conquer for divide the northwesterners from the southwesterners. That's a big fat lie. Now the British they divide this territory since in the 1950s. So now evidence that I don't prove for now. So the census it tell when I say the total number of people that they come out from the northwest or Bamenda province now 429 1,000, whereas from the southwest region or the Cameroons province, now 323,700, according to that census where we conducted for 1953. So since back then, when I see say the northwest or Bamenda province, a population, it don't always be bigger than the population for the southwest region. So when I see I'm under the Bamenda province, you get these three districts then. The Bamenda district, then Kambe district, and the Wom district. Whereas under the Cameroons province, where in the modern day southwest region, you will get the Kumba division, the Mamfe division, and the Victoria division. That's where Vikuma comes from. Victoria, Kumba, Mamfe. Now the three divisions, and that way they will make up the Cameroons province or the southwest region, according to the British demarcation way they be divide this territory then for administrative purposes then. Whereas the northern part of the territory, the Bamenda province, it will get the Bamenda district, Nkambe district, and the Wom district. Now the reason this way, majority of the southwest people them, whenever you talk, say you come on from the northwest, they call it Bamenda man. This is where this comes from, because all man where it come out from the northwest region at that time, back in the days, the whole of the northwest region where we know them today, it used to be called the Bamenda province. So that's why any person will come out from northwest, it no matter whether you be Momo, when a Mogamo people them, we become original people them, or you been a person will come out from So, or you come out Kambe, or you come out from Mancon. Any man will come out from the northwest region, it be referred to as Bamenda man, because you be coming out from the Bamenda province. That is where this comes from. Now the British, they start this thing because they will take knife, just divide the population. Talk to this part now, we'll call them Bamenda province, and this part we'll call them, say, the Cameroons province. No be Cameroon government do am, now the British. Make una understand una history. Now, for come to that part about Widikum, who's our the born Archbishop in Kea, I want to make una look at this. If we keep scrolling down for that document, we come to this page where they talk about the CDC, Cameroons Development Corporation, and they talk about the analysis of the employees by tribe as of the 31st of December 1957. So if now look on the screen, when I go see what they talk about, ma show una. So now I go show una some things where they be peculiar about this document and explain what it be important about this document. I also get the graphical representation where una fit see am where I do am for Excel spreadsheet for show una the significance of the dominance of the labor force where it be migrate from the Bamenda province into the Cameroons province into the southwest region, because they be want for go seek employment, greener pastures, especially for get employment for CDC plantations them. So if you look they group according to tribes. Remember that the British, they produced this document for 1957. So under the Victoria division, they get up to 658 people the way they be employed for CDC. They give the tribe the Bakweri, the Balong, and all the other ones them. Okay, now you get the Kumba division, you get the Bafo, Bakosi, and all these ones that when I see for you, them Bonge, all these people, they get 1,754 people them under the Kumba division where they be employed for CDC. Now this one, now the part that this way it be important where me kuna look am. If I see I'm right at the bottom there, you see Widikum. Now Widikum that it get 87 people them they be employed at CDC for 1957. When now people they come out from Widikum, but they fall under Mamfe division. I bet many of you know. Say Widikum, about 90% of Momo people they originate now from Widikum. Now Widikum indigenous people them. Widikum itself, it be fall under the Cameroons province, under Mamfe division. Make una understand this reality. And this thing only changed recently. It changed now in the late 80s or the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Widikum be been under Mamfe, and no be been under Batibo till recently, before Widikum get the own subdivision. Even the majority of Widikum people, the way they are alive today, they will be born in Widikum under southwest region. Make una understand that one. So when I see I'm now say even the population for Widikum, they will be classify them as people the way they under the Cameroons province for the southwest region back then in 1957, and still the population for southwest it will still be lower than the population for the Bamenda province. And then again, over the years, they don't extract certain territories, them like the Widikum people, them, they don't come out of Manu, out of the southwest, join back for the northwest region, where it means that they bring along with them more population, we can add to the population for northwest. So there is no comparison when you want to talk about the population demographics between the northwest and the southwest. The northwesterners, they outweigh the southwesterners them by far. Even if you now look at the population where they be involved, where they be employed in the CDC, even though the CDC it be found in the southwest region, you could see and say this. So for this graph we did on the screen for now, the vast majority of the people that they be employed at the CDC, now people that they come from the Bamenda province. And then the second largest group, now even Nigerians. And now the third group, where it be now indigenous people then from the southwest region, where they be employed in the CDC. So the total number of people the way they will be employed at the CDC for 1957, now 17,809. Of which 38% they will come out from Bamenda province and 31% they will be Nigerians. Now only 26% of the employees for CDC for 1957 they come out from the Cameroons province, where today now the southwest region of Cameroon, and then 5% of the workforce will come out from French Cameroon. This one has statistics will come out from 1957.
Someone's knee is on the neck of Southwesterners, and this is the moment we should get out of what it is. We have been called to keep quiet and not to tell the truth. This is not normal. How many times will Southwesterners cry? Their farmlands have all been taken. Their bushes, in fact, their villages have been invaded and taken, and the natives driven away. We want to talk, they call it hate speech. What do you call hate speech? If you want to talk about hate speech, look at the causes of the hate speech.
Last year for 2023, at the funeral of the 6 Indian delegates where they will be murdered by Ambazonia terrorists, Senator Mbelamoki Charles will make this pronouncement. Say someone's knee is on the necks of the Southwesterners. So a lot of people they come out there as usual for castigate and for intimidate and for attack the senator for daring to speak the truth. Today, knowing that the reason this is why they make this presentation, but I want to summarize what we have been making for 2023, where I will explain. So the Southwesterners they get a legitimate fear of over domination and intimidation by the Northwesterners. And remember, I said the people the way they accuse the senator and the Southwesterners of hate speech, now the same so-called Ambazonians today, where they talk, say they drive all francophones them, say frogs must go, and all of those slogans the way they use them. Basically, Anglophones are the most disingenuous human beings the way I don't ever see them. They preach hate speech at the same time they complain, say some other person they talk hate speech. But where the Anglophones are the worst when it comes to hate speech, they hate francophones for no just cause, for no just reason. But they no want make the Southwesterners they talk something where it be glaringly true, say they be over dominated even in their own land. And I guarantee when I say after Mbelamoki Charles will come out and make that pronouncement, say someone's knee is on the neck of the Southwesterner, every single person where it be kicked against, where it be attacked the senator, it be being a Northwesterner, 100%. The people that like John Akuru them from Batibo, Momo, the people the way they go attack this man for daring to speak the truth. Now all Northwesterners, 100%, I'm not talking 99.9. Now all Northwesterners, because the Southwesterners they go either listen them, they should run quiet, or they go approve them, and they understand that these things are true. And I go bring on more evidence subsequently for the next part of this presentation, but make we wrap up this part of the presentation by concluding for tell when I say today for 2024 you go hear Anglophones they talk say they get marginalization, they try for cry out about marginalization, no man agree hear them. Now why that way they will be frustrated for carry guns go for bush. Listen to yourself speak. Now the same situation this way the Southwesterners they under, they are crying under the weight of the marginalization, domination and oppression from the people from the northwest region. That is a fact. And every time where the Southwesterners the one for voice this out. Now what did our Senator Mbelamoki Charles talk say? We have been coward to keep quiet, and every time we want to talk they call it hate speech. Now exactly which way we the Northwesterners will do for Southwesterners, and then with the cry say Cameroon government they do for we. Make we check ourselves. The Southwesterners have a legitimate cry of over domination. Now make a talk as picking where the born from Momo, raised for Momo, and the bury man in tongue for Momo, Make a talk one-on-one with my brothers when I graffiti people then. Whether you be in so from Bui Division, or you been a person who come out from Cambe, or for Wom, or for Bello, or for Jakil, or for whether you come out from Fundong, for Boyo, or for Mezam itself inside the center for Bamenda. Ask yourself this simple question. What would be your reaction if some person come out from a different place, it can't form chieftaincy or fight for chieftaincy palaver inside your division, inside your village, or can't form your own village, bring your culture, maybe from the Bafo clan, or from the Bayangi, or from the Balondo, next to Una village. It can't form your own chieftaincy, it call itself chief, inside your ancestral land. What would be your reaction? Let us be honest, because I talk as a Momo person, me particularly, personally, and every single Momo person I know, will go kill the person, bury him for daylight in case it will go nowhere. There is not a single day, whether you be white, black, green, or yellow, whether you be European, Australian, or wherever you come from, where you go can't claim say you be chief inside Momo land. And I know that the same thing would insult people then. Now the same thing from Cambe and from Mezam and all over the northwest region. So make we know they take the hospitality of the southwesterners then for granted. The people they be hospitable, yes, but maybe we not take them like say they been a mumu them. They are not stupid. So make we respect their cultures, we listen to their cries, and we respect the fact say it is a fact. Say the northwest, it don't over dominate the southwesterners even in their own land. And this nonsense where some person come up from Momo, they go to fight chieftaincy for inside southwest region, let that nonsense stop, because you know that nonsense can never be allowed to happen inside Momo land. It will never happen, because we will kill the person for broad daylight. We need to ask question for no man. We would rather kill him, set an example, and then go prison. That is a fact. Why me I bring on these statistics? Now for explain the realities where the southwesterners they don't live with. So this thing where they see themselves as being over dominated even in their own land, it not start from today. And this one's them now scientific, quantifiable evidence, documented evidence from 1957. For sure, when I say these people, they don't experience these things them, and these kind of small things them, it build up over time. For example, imagine say you be Bakosi man, you be Balondo, you be Bafo, you be even Manyuman or whatever. People the way they come out, the indigenous them from the southwest region, you come on and Bonge, or you come on from Dian and CDC plantation then for your grandpa your land. And over the years them, when they work, you turn around, the majority of the people that they work for the CDC, they come on from the grassy land, as they call them, the grass field. So it built a level of resentment over the years. These are just facts, okay? These are just normal human natural things, the way they happen. For we, where we've been a black people for United Kingdom today, we make up less than about 13%, less than 13% of the population. We're now ethnic minorities, and maybe not even black now about 3 or 5%. Okay, but the white population when are 90 how many percent that they resent we, they talk so we can't take their jobs. Then imagine the population of the southwest region when they turn around, they look, they see the majority of the people that they work for CDC now, people that they come up from the Grassfield area, from the Bamenda province. Now, so these kind of small things they don't build up on the ground, and we have to understand these realities, analyze them, understand them, educate ourselves about them, so that we understand certain decisions that when people they take the decisions them, so that make they not catch we by surprise, so that make we not make stupidity. We go say we want to create 2 state federation or whatever, and tomorrow it explode for our face, and we start talk say, oh, we do not know how did this happen. No, these things have been building up for more than 60 to 70 years. As Nafi see for this document, as way back as 1957, the British they write for paragraph 19 here say, the movement of younger men from Bamenda, Wom and Cambe divisions to the coastal area continued during the year, but at a decreased rate. They said this was mainly due to the awakening interest in the economic possibilities of growing coffee at home. The establishment of a large tea plantation at Ndu in Cambe division during 1957 also contributed to the decrease in intra-territorial migration. The only exception to this was the Wom division, from which a slight increase in the incidence of migration was reported.
federation on condition that Southwest and Northwest are not together. This was the position that the Southwest brought to dialogue. And the Southwest said 10-state federation. They were for federation, but 10-state federation.
So for better understand why the Southwest indigenous population did fear any political union with the Northwesterners, them, we get to critically analyze and look at the historical context. Because this fear it be grounded in truth and reality, it not just being a perception or figment of their imagination. There is a real deep-seated fear where it stems from reality and past events and things where they don't happen. So we need to do ourselves justice by acknowledging and revisiting the past so that we could learn lessons from things where they don't happen in the past, where it don't make the Southwest indigenous population today, they talk say no political union with the Northwest whatsoever. First thing first, when I need to understand, say for 1950s, when the British they would decide say they could give we a referendum for decide if to join Nigeria or Cameroon, the Southwest political elite such as EML Endele be advocate say make we join Nigeria. Whereas the KNDP and the Northwest political elites like John Goat Foncha, ST Muna them, they be advocate say make we join Cameroon. So on the 11th of February 1961, at the plebiscite, John Goat Foncha KNDP be win for that election. We now listen.
And so they voted massively. And in the proportion of 233,751 for the Republic of Cameroon and only 97,741 in Nigeria. So that is democracy, because it was conducted by the United Nations. And at the end of the plebiscite, although the campaign was bitter and it was dictated that it was going to end in a bloodshed, it happened to be one of the most peaceful and orderly, respected, let's say, election we ever had.
So when I hear how John Goat Foncha they recite the actual election results, you know, read them from a piece of paper, a day in your mind, because that the greatest political victory this way John Goat Foncha don't ever achieve them for your life. It defeat the EML Endele political party. It successfully convinced the people for the former British Southern Cameroons for vote for join Cameroon. So now a big political victory that for John Goat Foncha. So as a result of that victory, now John Goat Foncha and the KNDP, they lead all the negotiations for the reunification of the Cameroon, the Fumban Constitutional Conference and all of those things. Now John Goat Foncha, it be lead those negotiations. And when I know very well, it be well documented, say, Amadou Ahidjo, the president of Cameroon, it be give the draft federal constitution to John Goat Foncha before the Fumban Constitutional Conference. John Goat Foncha, it take that draft constitution, hide them from the other delegation because of their infighting. Ye and Endele, it no be want to make the other team they know where to a day inside the federal constitution, because it be want for negotiate positions for himself and he friends them for KNDP. So naturally, John Goat Foncha and President Amadou Ahidjo, they will make deals during their discussions and negotiations, because now them win their side where a fight for reunification, they win, so they negotiate positions for themselves where it be further exclude the Endele and the Southwest political elites. So the reality now say, for the 11 years of the Federal Republic of Cameroon, the two top positions then where they be occupied by people then from West Cameroon politicians them, it being the Vice President of the Federal Republic and the Prime Minister of West Cameroon. And all these two positions, they will be held by Northwesterners them throughout the 11 years of the Federation, 100%. John Goat Foncha himself personally, he be negotiate two top positions them for himself. He be being the Vice President of the Republic and also the Prime Minister of West Cameroon come the 1st of October 1961. So for 1965, John Foncha be forced by President Amadou Ahidjo for leave one of those positions then. So John Foncha he keep the position as Vice President of the Federal Republic, while with the position of the Prime Minister of West Cameroon, it be transferred to Augustin Ngom Jua, where he be served for that position for 3 years till 1968. From 1968 till 1972, St. Muna it take over as Prime Minister of West Cameroon. So John Foncha it will remain as Vice President till 1970, when St. Muna it will take over the office of Vice President of the Federal Republic, and also it will also simultaneously occupy the office of Vice President and Prime Minister of West Cameroon at the same time for the last 2 years of the Federation. So St. Muna will go on for sit as President of the National Assembly for 15 years from 1973 till 1988. He see the transition from President Amadou Ahidjo to President Paul Biya and other historical events where they happen, so that the people in this way they don't occupy the biggest positions them inside that country since the reunification, and all of them they come out now from the northwest region. So these are historical facts. No person in no fit debate or argue these realities the way I don't put them, because these are just fact. You know fit argue about that. Now people they try to deny this reality, or they don't want to talk them out. So one they will can't talk say if you quote or you state these facts and reality, they will talk say you preach hate speech. That is ignorance, or now people the way they don't get an argument to make. So all way they get, as usual, like the people the way they call themselves Ambazonians, they get not only insults, lies telling, and then they go call you names, and then they go vex, they go start shout at the top of their voice because they have no evidence, they have no historical facts to back up their arguments, and they don't get any argument at all. So we have to study our history. We have to understand what happened so that we can explain what is happening now, and we can better predict or even prevent certain things that may not happen in the future. So my country people then, for make this point abundantly clear, when I listen to Professor Victor Julius Ngo, he be dead live on the 8th of March 2023 with Com Leonard on my Media Prime and Barrister Ashu Emmanuel, and they be discussed on this topic. When I listen,
the bottom line is this. You see, we should not deceive the population of Northwest and Southwest. We are not in the 1950s or early 1960s. We are in the 21st century. Those days when we were made to understand and feel that let me use it in the terminology at the time, that the Bamda grass field and those in the forest zone were one. Those days are gone. Let's be honest, those days are gone. The forest zone, the present day Southwest, and the Bamda grassfield, the present day Northwest. It will take a miracle for them, for these two regions. That's my view. At least I've moved around Southwest for some time. It will take a miracle. Take a miracle for the Southwest population. I'm not talking of the population of Southwest or population in Southwest population.
Indigenous.
To accept being in one, be it a federated state or whatever, with the present day Northwest.
Are there historical facts to justify you are saying, or you are just talking about sentiments here?
No, it's not a matter of sentiment. Let me just give you a rundown why that deep-rooted fear is there. In 1964, there was the creation of what? Vikuma.
Vikuma? What's the meaning of Vikuma?
Victoria Kuma.
Mafia.
Okay.
A political pressure group which stood for the preservation of the forest zone.
Identity.
Yes. Because it was believed that from 1959, the KNNDP was dominating everywhere. To the extent that those in the forest zone felt very, very uncomfortable.
comfortable. I just gave you two examples. When Victor E. Mukete was appointed board chair of CGC on the 1st of February 1961, 2-3 years later on, Daniel Nanga, under the with the support of the KNDP, Daniel Nanga was a big financier of the KNDP. Daniel Nanga wanted, with the support of the KNDP, the KNDP wanted him to succeed Mukete. And what was done? Ahidjo Fonjat agreed to tell Ahidjo to appoint Mukete as an ambassador, so that post should be vacant. No, it's very true. That post should be vacant. So the whole thing leaked, and the MP for Kumba, Mr. Sona, quickly gathered his KNDP force zone and said, should Mukete be removed, that position must be given to somebody from the forest zone and not from the Bamida.
Because most of the laborers were from the northern zone.
Yes, and that if it is not done, they will walk out from the KNDP. That's how that they was why they left aside.